Hello friends, today I am going to discuss about fluorimetry. So first come to its definition. Fluorimetry is an analytical technique or it is an analytical method by which we can measure fluorescence. In another way, we can also define fluorimetry as it is a phenomenon in which we can determine or we can measure the emitted radiation or the fluorescence intensity when the substance moves back from excited state to ground state. Actually, what's happened in a ground state when the sample is present and when it absorbs the electromagnetic radiation, it moves to the excited state. As excited state is not stable, it again moves back to the ground state by releasing electromagnetic radiation. So, this releasing electromagnetic radiation or this emitted electromagnetic radiation can be effectively studied under fluorimetry. Now, come some common terms that basically used in fluorimetry. One of them is luminescence. Luminescence is the phenomenon by which the emission of light occurs from a substance when this substance is interacting with the electromagnetic radiation. And we can also say that it occurs when an electron returns to the electronic ground state from the excited state by losing energy in the form of photon. Another term is the fluorescence. Fluorescence, when a beam of light is incident on certain substance, they emit visible light or radiation. Some substance are there or some sample are there. When it interacts with the beam of light or electromagnetic radiation, it start emit radiations or it start emit visible lights. That emitted radiation is nothing but your fluorescence. This fluorescence start immediately after the absorption of light by the sample or by the substance, and it can stop as soon as the incident light is cut off. And the substance which showing this type of phenomenon or the substance which has the capability to produce fluorescence is called as fluorescence substance. Now come to the type of fluorescence or classification of fluorescence. Fluorescence can be classified based upon the comparison between wavelength of emitted radiation and absorbed radiation into various types. One of them is Stokes fluorescence, where the wavelength of emitted radiation is longer or larger than the absorbed radiation. Another one is anti-Stokes fluorescence, where the wavelength of emitted radiation is shorter than the absorbed radiation. It means the wavelength of absorbed radiation is larger than the wavelength of the emitted radiation when the sample moves back from excited state to ground state. Number third is resonance fluorescence. In resonance fluorescence, both the wavelength, that is emitted radiation wavelength and absorbed radiation wavelength are same. Then we can say that emitted radiation in this case is resonance fluorescence. Based upon the phenomenon, it is again classified into various types. One of them is sensitized fluorescence. Some elements are there such as thallium, zinc, cadmium or alkali metals. When they are added with mercury vapor, then the respective elements get sensitized and from which the radiation is emitted, and that emitted radiation from that type of elements is nothing but the sensitized fluorescence. Another type is the direct line fluorescence. Even after the emission of radiation, the molecule doesn't come back to the ground state. They come back with the intermediate state, that is called the metastable state, and finally come to the ground state after losing the energy. So by this process, when the emission of radiation occurs, then it is called as direct line fluorescence. Number third under this is stepwise fluorescence. Here what happens? A part of energy is lost when the molecule goes to the excited state. After that, it starts emission of radiation, and in this case, as some of the energy is lost and emission is occur, so that particular emission which is result after losing of few energy, then that fluorescence is nothing but the stepwise fluorescence. Final one is the thermally assisted fluorescence. Here actually the substance is excited by the help of EMR as well as by the thermal energy. Then when the sample goes to the excited state, and from excited state when it moves back to ground state by releasing the fluorescence, that particular fluorescence is called as thermally assisted fluorescence. Okay, so this is about the fluorescence. In the next class I'll discuss about other thing that is related to fluorimetry. Thank you all.